Welcome to the first of our virtual walks. The first flower we'll look at grows in only one place here, and it's up on top of this crumbling flint wall. This is common whitlow grass, a tiny annual crucifer named after its use as a herbal treatment for painful swellings or whitlows which can occur at the ends of the fingers. Its lovely flowers are only 5 mm across, and in a few weeks they will have disappeared until next year, leaving only the distinctive flattened oval seed pods as a clue to its presence. It's worth looking for on walls, dry, bare ground, or in the cracks of the pavement when you're out for a wander. You can find red death nettle in flower every month of the year, but it's at its best right now. This extremely common mint loves recently cultivated soil, so pops up frequently in vegetable beds. It really adds a welcome splash of colour and is popular with all sorts of pollinating insects. In their absence it can pollinate itself, with its seeds sometimes dispersed by helpful ants. Herb Robert is another flower you can see throughout the year. It's a true geranium, and as its leaves turn red in the autumn or when it grows in exposed situations, they have been used to treat blood disorders and staunch its flow from cuts. One of its folk names is Stinking Bob, and if you crush and smell the leaves you can understand why. Sweet violets have been around since February, so are nearly over now. It's our only scented violet, but the sweet aroma quickly disappears as the flowers produce ionine, which dulls the sense of smell temporarily. The broad, bright green leaves grow from a rosette rather than stems, which helps distinguish it from other species. Early dog violets are much more common than the previous species here. The dog part of the name is a derogatory term which stems from their lack of scent. Their leaves are smaller, darker green and narrower than those of sweet violets. The spur at the back of the flower is also darker than the petals. It's easy to miss this next species as the flowers are small and blend in against the rounded and lobed leaves growing beneath. It is known as Moscatel from its musk-like scent, or town hall clock, as 4 flowers face out in different directions with a 5th facing up to the sky. It likes damp, humus-rich soil in shady habitats, particularly deciduous woodland. This is the only colony we have growing here at the Grange. The flowers are visited by fungus gnats, gall midges, black flies, caddisflies, pollen beetles and ichneumon wasps. The last flower of the walk was one of Wordsworth's favourites, the Lesser Celandine, one of our buttercup family. He liked it so much he wrote 3 poems about it, none of which I will recite today. Unfortunately, his tomb was engraved with a completely unrelated Greater Celandine, a plant which will be flowering everywhere here in a few weeks. It has bright yellow petals and glossy dark green heart-shaped leaves. This damp floodplain meadow by the River Wissey is covered with hundreds of thousands of its lovely flowers. Its alternative name of pilewort comes from its use as a treatment for hemorrhoids, a fact which may come in handy after 3 months of sitting around in self-isolation.